Webmania.
Hello viewers, welcome to Webmania Bootstrap 24th tutorial. In this video tutorial, we will learn Bootstrap Nav Components. Bootstrap Nav Components make it very easy to create navigation components. Here is the table which consists of all the Nav Components classes used, and on right side of the table here are the purpose of these classes. The first class is Nav Tabs. Nav Tab class is used to create a navigation tab. The next one is Nav Pills. Nav Pills class is used to create navigation pills. Notice, with both navigation tabs and navigation pills class, we use this base nav class. That's because this class contains the base markup for the both navigation tabs and navigation pills classes. So the next one is class nav stack. This class is used to vertically stack navigation pills. Then nav justified class. Nav justified class used to justify navigation tabs and pills both. Nav disabled class similarly used to disable navigation tabs and pills. And the next one is class active. This active class is used to make the navigation tabs and pills active. So let's look at a few examples. We want to create a layout which look like this by using a navigation tab. So here we have three tabs. The first one is our home tab, about tab, and the third one and the last one is our contact tab. Notice home tab is our current tab, means that on home we are currently on our home tab. So let's go to our editor to do that. This is our editor. Let me size this bigger. So now it looks pretty. The first tab to creating navigation tab is to create unordered list, and the unordered list contain the class of nav and nav tabs because we want navigation tab. Inside the order list we use list item and anchor element. So here I'm going to use the class of home. Let's make two more copies of this. So this is our about and this one is our contact link. So and we want to make our home link is active. So I'm going to use the class of link active, which means that we are currently on our home page. Let's save this and view this in our browser. Here is our browser, and when we reload the page, here you can see we have three tabs. It's our home tab and it's our current tab, the about, and next the contact. So now let's go back to our editor and achieve nav pills. So this is our editor, and if we want to achieve nav pills, we simply have to modify the one step, and which is replace nav tabs with nav pills. Let's save this and view in our browser. Here when we reload this page, here you see now we have nav pills instead of nav tabs. So here is the required HTML for achieving nav tabs. So let's discuss using icons with navigation pills and navigation tabs. We want this layout by using glyph icons. We have three tabs, our home tab, about, and contact, and notice within that we use Bootstrap glyph icons. So these are navigation tabs, and we also want to achieve this layout, and this is navigation pills. So similar condition with that we have also glyph icons of home, info, and contact. Let's go back to our editor to achieve that. So this is our editor. To insert glyph icons, we simply have to use the span element and glyph icon name. So here I'm going to use the span element of class glyph icon, and span and glyph icon used for home is glyph icon home. So if you want to search about the glyph icon's name, you simply have to go to the official website of Bootstrap, and there you can find all the glyph icons list of names. So you can easily find the names of all the glyph icons. So the next one is about. We simple have to add the span element. I'm going to copy this class and paste it here. And the about sim glyph icon name is info sign. Let's save this. And now we apply the class of span elements to contact. So this is phone. Let's save this and view in our examples. So currently we are checking about nav pills. So let's go to our browser to view this. So when we reload this, here you see we have a navigation pills with glyph icons. So let's go back to our editor, and now we achieve navigation tabs. To achieving navigation tabs, we simply have to modify the one step, which is replace navigation tabs instead of navigation pills. Let's save this and view this in our browser. So here when we reload this, now you can see we have navigation tabs. So here is the required HTML for that. So this is the required HTML for navigation tabs, and if you want to achieve navigation pills, you simply have to put the navigation pills instead of navigation tabs. So now let's create vertically stacked navigation pills, which is, so we want this layout to be achieved. We have 3 tabs: home, about, and contact, and you can see these are vertically stacked on top of each other. So let's go to our editor to achieve this. So now to achieve vertically stacked tabs, we simply have to use the class of nav stacked. Let's save this. So currently we apply nav stacked on nav tabs. So let's save this and view this in our browser. So here when we reload this, here you can see our nav tabs is now vertically stacked on top of each other. One important thing to keep in mind, that when the viewport size falls below 768 pixels, the links will be stacked on top of each other. Let's go back to our editor to achieve navigation tabs stacked on top of each other. To achieve navigation pills stacked, we simply have to place nav pills instead of nav tabs. So let's save this and view this in our browser. Here when we reload this, now you can see we have navigation pills which are stacked on top of each other. And here is the required HTML for that. You simply have to use the class of nav stacked with navigation pills or navigation tabs. Now let's create justified navigation pills and navigation tabs. So we want this to achieve. So this is our justified navigation pills, and this is our justified navigation tabs. So let's go back to our editor and achieve this. So this is our editor. To achieve justified nav pills, we simply have to use the class of nav justified. Let's save this and view in our browser. So here when we reload this, here you see it's our navigation pill and it is justified. Means that it's spanning across the entire width of Bootstrap. If we have 4 columns instead of 3 columns, they are all spanning across the entire width of Bootstrap. One important thing to keep in mind, that when the viewport size below 768 pixels, the links will be again stacked on top of each other. So let's explain this here. it's your medium, it's your small screen, and when we resize it and falls into the category of extra small screen, where viewport is less than 768 pixels, your links are stacked on top of each other. Here you can see, and that's I am explained earlier. So now let's go back to our editor and now achieve navigation stacked tabs. To achieve navigation stacked tabs, we simply have to replace navigation fields with navigation tabs. Let's save this and view in our browser. And here when we reload this, you see our navigation fields are converted into navigation tabs because we use navigation tab class instead of navigation fields. So this is, and also the same fundamental is applied to that when we fall into the category of extra small screen devices which is less than 768 pixels. These are stacked on top of each other. Here you can see. And here is the required HTML for that. So this is the required HTML for navigation fields. If you want to navigation tabs, justified navigation tabs, you simply have to put the navigation tabs instead of navigation fields. Now let's discuss about the disabled classes in navigation tabs and navigation fields. So let's go back to our editor. So this is our editor, and if we want to disable any of these tabs, we simply have to use the class of disable. So if we want to disable the contact class, to disable the contact tab, I'm going to use the class of disabled in list item. So let's save this and view this in our browser. So here when we reload this, notice the style of contact tab, and when we hover the mouse over it, it shows me a symbol of stop, which means that the tab is not to be clickable. One important thing is to keep in mind is that the disabled class only changes the appearance but not the link functionality. Let me explain what I mean by this. So let's go back to our editor. So this is my editor, and I'm going to place the link of Google main page here. Here I place google.com. Let's save this and view this in our browser. So here is our browser, and when we reload this page, nothing happened. And when I cursor on it, hover on it, you can see it shows me a symbol of stop, which means that the tab is disabled. But earlier I said that disabled class only changes the appearance but not the link functionality. And when we click on contact, it redirect to Google main page. So let's do this. When I click on this, here you can see we redirect to Google page. So let's go back. Here you can see that its link functionality is not changed, only the style is changed to disabled. So these are nav component classes. Hope you learn from this tutorial. So in our next video tutorial, we will learn about Bootstrap Nav bar components. Now we see nav components. In our next video tutorial, we will discuss about nav bar components. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned. Have a good day.